A very good Friday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and odd forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Hope you're all drying out early this morning after the rain showers that socked us in throughout a good portion of our Thursday. We got much nicer conditions on the way to finish out the work week. It will be cooler though, but not nearly as cold as what it's going to be as we roll into the start of the weekend. Also going to be looking at a very active pattern taking suit after this weekend, and we'll be getting more into that here in just a moment. You can see where the cold front's located right here, folks, and this is pulling off down to the south and east. It's been taking the bulk of the cloud deck along with it. We do have a little bit of fog that's been developing out there in some locations. We do have this clipper system that's going to be diving down to the south and east as we work into tonight into early Saturday. We're going to be keeping eyes on a little bit of maybe a few sprinkles coming in here and there as we work late into tonight into our Saturday morning, but for the most part, looks like it's just going to be colder, folks, before a major rebound in those temperatures will be following suit. Getting a look out across the region, we can hop over and take a look over the Beach Tree News Sky Cam, a beautiful view of the nearly full moon. That's not going to be occurring until Saturday night to Sunday morning, the snow moon of February, as it is well known. Crystal clear skies over in that direction. Same can be said overlooking downtown Bowling Green, the D93 Sky Cam. Inside a bustling Tony Rose, anxiously awaiting my arrival. I'll be down there talking weather shop with him right around the 7:30 hour, so you can tune in and check us out over there as well. Temperatures have hung out anywhere between the low and mid 40s throughout the overnight. We got readings located right around the low 40s region-wide. Folks, despite winds turning out of the west, we're still going to warm up to right around the mid-50s this afternoon. With sunshine coming back into the picture, it's not going to be all bad, but it'll definitely be cooler than those highs yesterday, stretching up there into the low and mid-60s across the region. Taking a look here at the latest surface map, you can see where the initial low-pressure system and cold front that passed through here yesterday is now trekking off to the south and east of the region. Our eyes are going to be on this cold front approaching out of the north and west. That could be bringing a little bit of an uptick in cloud cover here across the Wobbles community. But for those of you located across eastern Kentucky, y'all could be getting in on a little bit of snow late tonight and throughout our Saturday morning. So let's jump over here and let's talk about the short-term model guidance. As we work throughout the day, despite more sunshine coming into the fold, these westerly winds are going to be picking up anywhere around the 15 to 25 mile an hour range, all right? Definitely going to have a cooler feel with highs holding in the mid-50s as a result. And with the clipper system arriving overnight, you can see some of the stronger winds approaching out of the north and west as well. Now looking at the simulated radar throughout this time frame, we get into tonight and our eyes are going to remain right over here off to the north, okay? We get some scattered reflectivity approaching around midnight, and then we roll past sunrise on Saturday. Look at this little clipper. It's going to come through here over far eastern Kentucky. Not much in the way of, intense, elongated periods of snowfall, but you might get a little dusting over there around Lexington, Somerset points eastward. But over here near our vicinity, just an uptick in clouds throughout our Saturday morning. And then Saturday afternoon, despite sunshine, brisk northwest winds. Gonna keep highs down between the low and mid 40s to start the weekend. Another little dash of winter for us to enjoy here as we work throughout our Saturday. After we get past that though, folks, take a look at what sets up down to our south. This area of high pressures opens up the door to deep southwest flow. Working throughout our Sunday, it's going to result in a major warm-up in the Sunday to Monday time frame with sunshine present across the region. This is going to be priming up our atmosphere for the opportunity at some strong and severe storm chances as we work towards the midweek time frame. Folks, models are still not in agreement with how this thing is going to unfold during the early days of next week. The good news is with the latest trends, it's keeping the polar jet and the subtropical jet not phasing. Here over the past few days, we've seen the jets that have merged, and that can equate to better severe chances whenever those begin to flirt and interact with each other. But taking a look here at the latest guidance, take a look. It pulls this low pressure system all the way up to the north, up into Canada, And by the time we roll into late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, it pulls this linear line through along with this cold front. Now, if this was to come to fruition with what the Euro is showcasing, we'll be looking at a higher severe threat down to our south and west. We still could get in on some gusty showers, maybe some strong storms, but the latest guidance is just showcasing not nearly as much moisture or instability return as what the past several days have been showcasing. Now, we're obviously going to keep our fingers crossed and hope that this comes to fruition here as we work over the upcoming days and model guidance comes into more agreement with what is exactly going to unfold. But regardless, we're going to be watching this one like a hawk. Here's a look at the latest instability values as we work throughout the early days of next week. Here we are rolling through Monday night on into our Tuesday. We get a little bit of a blip in here on Tuesday morning, but the better forcing along the cold front doesn't arrive until at night. And look at that instability just kind of bottoms out on itself, really loses its intensity streaming up here out of the Gulf. So right now is what we're seeing. I do think that the severe risk will be mitigated down to our south and west with what the latest model guidance is showcasing. Not just model guidance in that respect, folks, but take a look at the latest in terms of our analog guidance as well. You can see the highest contours remaining near the Arklatex region, stretching over into the Boot Heel of Missouri, far western Tennessee, and then hugs down across the deep south and the Tennessee Valley as we get into Wednesday, on into Wednesday afternoon and on into our Wednesday night. So folks, keep your fingers crossed this comes to fruition, but we're going to have to continue to keep eyes on it because severe weather chances will still be progged late Tuesday throughout Wednesday of next week. So much so that the Storm Prediction Center continues with a broad brush of a severe weather risk for this time frame. Again, folks, this would be late Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. You can see it's not nearly as widespread as what it was yesterday, so they're trying to trim it down and get a focus on where our highest severe weather chances is going to be for this complex weather maker next week. Total rainfall amounts, we're going to be looking at anywhere from another 3/4 of an inch up to 1.5 inches of total rainfall. The bulk of this will be coming between Monday night all the way through Thursday morning of next week, all right? Total rainfall amounts reported here across the region yesterday. We had anywhere from around 2 to 3/10 of an inch across Edmonton and Butler County, all the way down to nearly 3/4 of an inch down to our south and east in Simpson and Allen County. So somewhere in that range is where we lined up. Throwing this on top of that, we'd be getting in on surplus in the rainfall department. Full 5-day forecast breakdown. Sunshine coming into the fold today after a bit of fog out there this morning. Highs right around the mid and upper 50s, but remember, those brisk westerly winds are going to create it and make it feel colder. The uptick in cloud cover overnight and into our Saturday, maybe some flying no-worry flurries early on. Highs will be mitigated between the low and mid 40s with brisk northwest winds. Wind chills are not going to be escaping the 30s for many of us. Right back up between the low and mid 60s on Sunday, near 70 Monday into Tuesday. And then all eyes turn to the possibility of that strong to maybe even severe weather maker Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. That'll wrap up your Friday morning weather or not forecast presented by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a